What's up, everybody? Now, I've never done a video like this, so bear with me if I make any mistakes. Don't leave no hate comments or all that, junk. So, I was doing some research on Windows 8, the whole new, you know, whatever you want to call it, the whole new program that you can get, the upgrade, whatever you want to call it, the operating system for Windows. Now, it feels like just yesterday Windows Vista came out, and I remember when it went from Windows XP to Windows Vista. Everybody was like, "Oh, the change! Oh no, technology is all new! Oh no, I don't think I could be able to do it." Well, that didn't last very long because people got so used to Vista, and then when people got used to Vista, Windows like, "Hey, we got an idea. Let's pop out Windows 7." It's the same thing as Vista except it has the new pin and unpin options, and then it has the new whatever the where you could pull the screens onto the side. And, like with me, you could tell by just looking at my toolbar down here, I still use Windows Vista just because it's simple. I mean, don't change what's already good. I would prefer having Windows XP, but I'm not going to downgrade since I have it, so I'm just going to keep Windows Vista. Now, I was doing some research, like I said, and I see here, as you can see as well, Windows 8 is currently doing worse than Vista did at launch. Now, reading what this guy had said, his name is Anthony Garifa, and reading what he said, he said he's not into the whole everything coming out and you have to get it, get it, get it. Well, that's probably the reason with everybody else. Everybody sees this whole new, the tablet-looking computer that has Windows 8 on it that you have to snap the keyboard onto it and all that stuff. Well, that probably cost a good $600, $700, $800, and if you want to upgrade your system to Windows Vista, and I'll show you, to Windows 8, look here, this is what you got to have on your computer. You have to have 1 gigahertz processor or faster to support PIE, NX, and SSE2, whatever that means. Then you have to have 2 gigabytes of RAM plus 20 gigabytes available hard disk space. Then you have to have this a certain screen resolution. You have to have DirectX 9, which is pretty much what all newer laptops and computers come with, unless you have a custom made. You have to have internet access, Microsoft required for some things. So I mean, you got to have all this new stuff. So either you or either you have a really good computer and you upgrade to this by spending the price for upgrading is $40, and either you can spend $40 and upgrade your system if you have all these things or have a custom system, or you could just go out and buy a new one. So when Windows and Microsoft think about it, they're like, okay, we're out to make some kind of money, so it's going to make money either way. Well, this graph right here shows that the launch of Windows 8 is actually doing worse than Vista. And like I said, when Vista came out, everybody was like, don't change something that's already good with XP, so but Vista became something better. Windows 7 came out and everybody was like, oh, it has all these new features, got to get it. Well, people got tired of it. People are sick and tired of having to change up everything. We just got used to Windows 7, people, and now they want to change to Windows 8 with the new, smart glass and whole new tablet thing. I mean, me personally, I don't understand what's so neat about having a tablet. Yes, you can take it anywhere you want, but you're going to look like a huge prick just walking around with a big, huge, like an iPad or an iPad mini or whatever. You're walking around like a huge prick, like, oh, I got an iPad and look, I'm watching movies at the park. I mean, who cares what you're doing? It doesn't matter what you do. Do something at your home. A laptop, a computer, it's home. You want to be in the privacy of your own home whenever you're surfing the internet, whenever you're watching YouTube videos or whatever it may be. But I'm not going to spend, I would never spend $40, and I would not buy a new system. Now, if they start doing like Obamacare, you have to have health insurance by a certain year, and they start pulling that where you have to have Windows 8 by a certain time, then maybe possibly an upgrade, or I would, but I don't think my system could take an upgrade. I mean, I don't personally, I don't want to upgrade. I would never upgrade. So, if you have Windows 8, congratulations. You probably spent a lot of money, or somebody spent a lot of money on you, or whatever. I mean, I'm still sticking with Vista because it's it gets the job done. So that's the only reason I stick with it. I know people that have Windows 7 and find it difficult at first because they're so used to one system. That's how I am. I'm so used to one system. That's all I'm gonna put it to it. I mean, even though I do know how to use Windows 7, I just rather stick to Vista. And the graph here proves it that Windows 8 is not as great selling point wise. You know, figure Black Friday, you know, went past Christmas. Tax time's coming up, so I'm sure that's gonna boost up, but we'll see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little topic of discussion about how Windows 8 sucks and we should never need it, and you're a prick if you own. Oh, I ain't gonna say that. That's mean. So make sure you guys like and favorite this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys for the next one.